Okay, it's time for another hypothetical proposition. So it is Lent right now, and I am going on a fast. Probably not for the whole 40 days. I have a proposition for you, though. Imagine you're on a reality show all about fasting. And your prize money is as follows. The first day you fast, you win 1 penny. And every day you fast after that, the prize doubles. So if you can go 2 days fasting, you win 2 cents. If you can go 3 days fasting, you win 4 cents, and so on and so on and so on. Well, first, I want you to get out your calculator and figure out how much you would win on day 20, 30, and 40. It's probably not what you think it is. A lot of people have a misconception of how much it is. Okay, so on day 10, you would win $10.24, and by day 20 you're winning tens of thousands of dollars, and by day 30 you're winning tens of millions of dollars, and by day 40 you're winning $10 billion. Okay, now that we've got the numbers out of the way, my question to you is, how long do you think you could survive on the show, and what would be some of your strategies for going about doing such a fast? For the purposes of this video, you can pretend that you can do whatever you want during those 40 days. You can continue to go to your job if you want to, although you probably don't have to if you're intent on winning. You can continue to live your social life. You can travel if you want, but as long as you fast. And you can consume only non-caloric items, right? So, for example, right now during my fast, I'm consuming a lot of green tea, and obviously multivitamins and all that. But you cannot consume anything with any calories. Okay. Now that we've gotten that out of the way, the rules of the game, you can do whatever you want. It's not confined to a room in a reality TV show. You can go all around the world. You could go to your life if you want to. How would you go about this? And how long do you want to do the fast for? So I'll let you think about that. And I forgot to mention one more thing. You can definitely get medical checkups during the time to make sure everything's in order while you're doing the fast as well. Okay. Time's up. So what I would probably go the whole 40 days as long as it was safe for me to do so. I would definitely, by the time I get to day 20 or 30, I probably want to be getting checked up. But other than that, as long as it's all go, I would make it the 40 days. Now, in terms of what I would do in my social life, I would probably want to go into a little bit of isolation. I am not sure how I would behave by day 20, 30, and 40. The good news is that I don't have to worry about quitting my job or potentially spending some money to isolate myself if I'm really intent on winning, right? Even if I only make it to day 25 to 30, I can still budget quite a bit of money on how I'm going to isolate myself, and I can worry about finding a new job afterwards if I only make it to 25 or to 30, right? So yeah, I would go for 40, but if I miss and only make it to 25, that's still not bad. The other thing I might do is, like I said, you're allowed to travel anywhere. I would probably travel somewhere unfamiliar. Gives me a little bit sense of diversion, if you will. So I had a problem with writing computer games. I had a little bit of an addiction, but I always find that if I want to take a break from my computer games, it's very difficult for me to take a break from my computer games if I stay in Seattle. If I continue to hang out with everybody that I hang out with in Seattle, I continue going to work. The best way for me to take a 5-day break from my computer games is to actually travel somewhere. And I would imagine it would work the same way with food. I would probably sleep considerably more, because I have fasted in the past. I know for a fact that sleeping usually helps me get over most of the hours. Where else might this come up? But bottom line, as long as it's safe. Actually, strike that. If I lose 10 years of life expectancy from doing it, I don't think you will, but assuming I would still probably do it for 40 days for $10 billion. Because let's face it, as much as we hate to admit it, money kind of does buy life expectancy in the world we live in. So I could probably buy some of those years back after I win the $10 billion, right? The rich do live longer, right? For whatever reason, right? Yeah. Beyond 40 days, if I kept getting double, I probably would not be so inclined to do it. There's just a limit of how much money you could ever want. I think 10 billion is already pushing it. I guess I could help family members and all that. But beyond, I probably wouldn't go way beyond 40 days. I would say 45 would probably be the top before enjoying life becomes a little bit more important than marginal amounts of money. Okay, I'm going to go a step further, though. Imagine that by fasting, you could increase your life expectancy. So earlier I was talking about sacrificing life expectancy, but now we're going to talk about increasing it. And this one's probably true, but not to the extent that I'm going to make a hypothetical example. Imagine that it was proven that if you go on a 60-day fast, you could live to be 10,000 years old. Would you do it? This one's a little bit hard for me to answer, because in a way, I don't want to live to be that long. Well, I want to live to be hundreds of years old, but thousands or tens of thousands, that's really pushing it. How about this? How much would it take for you to go a 60-day fast? Assuming it was safe for you to do so, right? What would be the price have to be? Whether it be in the form of money, whether it be in the form of life expectancy, whether it be in the form of finding love, or I just want some kind of comparison, right? What if you had to fast in order to stave off war of some sort, right? Imagine that world peace was dependent on you going on a 60-day fast. Would you do it? What if you had to fast in order to save somebody you cared about, whether it be a family member or a friend, and for some reason, I know this is so awkward, but in order to save his or her life, you had to fast. Could you do it, and how long? Just a curiosity. And anyways, I'll make a video tonight to talk about how my first day fasting went.